In today's episode of South Stand Signing, AO Tanaka is done and dusted and is going to be officially a Leeds United player within the next hour. St. Gallen fullback Isaac Schmidt is on his way over to Leeds United as we speak. Roland Sallai is back on the table and Leeds United to go back in for Gustavo Hamer. What's going on, news Frigid team? Welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings. The series, of course, we go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds. And we have a little talk about it. Just before we do get into the video, though, I've been running through the old algorithm, and 70% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed. So if you do want to stay up to date with everything on the channel, would of course help support me, support you, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe even tickle that notification bell just so you don't miss out on any future content. And the first story of today is surrounding this man right here, the fullback of your dreams, and it is Mr. Isaac Schmidt. Leeds United not only came close to announcing a deal for AO Tanaka yesterday, but also a deal to sign St. Gallen fullback Isaac Schmidt, who actually played yesterday and scored an absolute bloody belter. The typical Leeds United curse. That goal has definitely whacked on an extra £1 million into what we're going to have to pay for him, but alas, we move. Daniel Farke's side of him parked on a mini window selling after selling Jorginho Rutter. Sorry, a mini window after selling Jorginho Rutter. Can you tell I haven't slept? Because I can. Having got a month without any signings after Jadon Bogle's arrival at the start of pre-season training camp in Germany, which was an absolute stinker of a time, Farke said after Rutter's departure that he wanted 4 new additions, replacements for Rutter, and also Chris Somerville were required, as well as a new midfielder and a fullback prior to the deadline. Well, that leads you to question, why the heck have we not replaced Rutter then? Because the way I see it, we've had 2 kind of Somerville replacements, or a Somerville and Anthony replacement through Ramadzani. And of course, the main man himself, Manor Solomon, who are both wingers. Now, why Leeds are linked with another winger in Sallai, which we will get onto in a little bit, doesn't really make too much sense, considering we've technically replaced 2 wingers. So surely we should be going all guns blazing podcast style in for the big man, Mr. Gustavo Hamer. But keeping on the fullback story of Mr. Schmidt himself, Leeds United are set to potentially have to pay a £2.5 initial fee to sign fullback Schmidt. Leeds United are in advanced talks to sign St. Gallen fullback Schmidt before the deadline day tonight. Schmidt has spent the last 3 years at St. Gallen, clocking up 188 appearances. Sky Sports' Patrick Berger has delivered an update on Leeds' move to sign Schmidt. He says the player will fly to England on Thursday before completing a loan deal worth an initial £2.5 million worth of adults. Well, this is what he said initially. Now, it is Friday. He hasn't flown to England. Well, he hadn't flown to England yet, but it is reported that he is going to be flying in very, very shortly over to Ellen Road, and hopefully taking his medical, or doing his medical, a little bit quicker than Tanaka and Solomon, who seem to be faffing about with a lot of things. But it does seem like that deal is going to be done in the early stages of the morning. The way I see it, that deal is going to get done pretty early in the morning. Same with Tanaka. And around the end of the day, you're going to see us either get Sallai or Gustavo Hamer. You heard it here first. But maybe, just maybe, we might still get this man, and apparently there's circulations of a potential bid again for Dejan Ljubicic, but we're not going to stay on this for too long because I don't see that one happening after AO Tanaka. Now, AO Tanaka is the big man on everyone's lips. He was at Leeds United yesterday doing his medical, and there was a deal in principle done for Leeds United to sign him from Fortuna Düsseldorf. This was coming out of the Athletic. They reported on the 29th of August that a deal in principle had been reached. The transfer was reported to be worth £2.95 million including add-ons. Then that kind of went quiet for a little bit. We sat there scratching our heads like, when is this deal going to get done? When are we going to get the big man in? What is going on here? Why are we faffing about? Why are we not just pulling the trigger here? Now, we then move on to late in the evening, and the big man himself, Mr. Graham Smith, came out with some brilliant news for all of us. Leeds United's AO Tanaka deal to be announced tomorrow morning. He said this last night, so it's going to be scheduled to announce in a couple of hours. Now, I'm up at the crack of dawn recording this video, so the actual announcement will not be done until the working day starts. Isaac Schmidt is also set to fly over in the morning. We'll then see if he can deliver anything else to finish a difficult window on a real high note. Now, who is Graham Smith to the uninformed? He is the chief football writer for the YEP, covering Leeds United, ex-Derbyshire Times, Sheffield Star and Workshop Guardian. And he is a very, very respected source when it comes to breaking Leeds United's news. He drops a bombshell when it's there, and when he does, you damn listen. So it is all confirmed as far as anyone is concerned for AO Tanaka to come through and Schmidt to make his flight over in the morning. Now, finally, as he said, we are looking to finalise a potential extra deal for either Khamer or Roland Sallai. Now, Roland Sallai is reportedly open to joining Leeds United in a last gasp deal. Leeds United are targeting a move for SC Freiburg and Hungary star Roland Sallai in the late stages of the summer transfer window, with the player open to making a move to Ellen Road, as being reported by Ben Jacobs of Give Me Sport. Now, we thought this was done. We thought this was done and dusted. We thought it was out the window. We thought, hang on a second, mate. We've been told Sallai's on. Now we've been told he's off. And now it has come back out of the woodwork. And apparently it's going to cost us £8 to £9 million. Now, I don't know about the add-ons after that, but reportedly he is keen on the move. You don't really know what to make of this one just yet because there are so many contradicting reports. So I'm going to wait. I would recommend to you guys to wait till about lunchtime, maybe 3-4 o'clock, and that's when you're going to start to hear some serious information on both either him or Gustavo Khamer. Don't rule either of them out yet, but also don't get too excited about either of them. Now, the reason I think we might fraudulently go for him over Khamer, despite the fact we haven't really brought a number 10 in, is because for some reason, once we stop being linked with him, we start being linked with a bunch of other wingers. But at the same time, you know, Leeds United have been very weird with the way that they've moved this transfer window and the way that we've kind of pulled tricks and maneuvers into who we actually go to sign. And I did say to you guys for ages, we're going to get someone that we haven't really been linked with at all that's going to come out of the woodwork, and that for me is Isaac Schmidt. So I don't know if there's going to be a second one. Maybe there will be, but I feel like if we do snag a second, even though I have a sneaky bad suspicion that we won't, it will be Sallai or Gustavo Khamer. It definitely will not be both, but it could be this man here, Gustavo Khamer, who has been all over Leeds United fans' timelines, lips, minds, brain cells, whatever you want to call it. He has been occupying a lot of space in there because we have been curious. Are we going to get him? Are we not going to get him? There has been so much toing and froing, so much craziness, so much speculation, but we will have to wait and see as for any kind of breakdown. First, we're offering Joel Perreault. Then we're not offering Joel Perreault. It's reported by the Sheffield Star. Is that some kind of crazy inside plot to throw Leeds off their game? I don't know. I mean, it just seems a bit crazy that respected journalists would supposedly come out and say that Leeds have offered Joel Perreault when we hadn't. But that just seems a bit wild to me. That just seems a bit all over the gaff, the fact that they would when they hadn't, and they hadn't when they would. Like, this just seems a little bit all over the place. There must have been some sort of offer made. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if we went as far as making a formal offer, or if it was just hearsay. It was just a little conversation, a couple of words through the grapevine, but something had to trigger that. That is not just some self-concocted plot to throw Leeds off their game, surely. Or am I a bit crazy? I mean, maybe I am a little bit wild, but I don't know, mate. That seems a little bit fishy for me. I feel like there is some serious legs to this one, and we're going to have to wait until later in the afternoon to get some more concrete information on it. But let me know you guys think it down in the comment section down below. Do you think we will get Khamer or Sallai, or do you think that it is all over for Leeds United once we get Schmidt and Tanaka done? Please let me know down in the comment section down